Whenever you are ready.
Hi, my name is Robert Anderson, and I've been a docent at Pebble Hill for 5 years. I hope you visit Pebble Hill, and as you do, you'll always be amazed at the beautiful grounds where we have lots of birders who come to enjoy nature, the magnificent artworks, incredible architecture, exquisite furnishings all around. But there's another aspect of Pebble Hill that I thought you might enjoy today, and that's the historical intersection of some of the family members with major events in the 19th and 20th century. Now I'm standing in front of a table that has lots of uniformed young men, and it's very significant because our patriarch of Pebble Hill, Howard Melville Hanna, was not only a philanthropist, but he also encouraged all of his family to give back. And for the males in his family, he encouraged them to serve country. He himself set the bar very high, this is Mr. Hanna, in the Civil War. He was a Union naval officer and had a very distinguished career. Most of the males went into the Navy. That was kind of their chosen service. I find that really important because I'm a retired naval officer, so I do have a sense of a community with all of them. But focusing even further is Mr. Hanna's grandson, Robert Livingston Ireland. He went by the name Liv. And of course, Mr. Ireland is the son of our matriarch here, Kate Hanna Ireland, and her daughter, who was Elizabeth Ireland and later became Mrs. Poe, or a lot of people refer to her as Mrs. Pansy Poe. Well, Mr. Ireland was at Yale University going back in time in 1916. As you may recall, America entered World War I in April of 1917. But he and his peers at Yale knew they were very privileged. They were some of the wealthiest, most successful, most talented people in America. And they also saw the cataclysm unfolding in Europe. And they knew it would just be a matter of time, in their view, and they, of course, were very prescient on this, that America would enter the war. But what's even more amazing is that they chose to devote their time and energies to becoming naval aviators. This is when naval aviation was born, actually. And remember, in 1916, we're only 13 years out from Kitty Hawk. So it's very much like the Mercury astronauts in the early 1960s. This was a dangerous, death-defying profession. And these young men at Yale in the summer before the war devoted their time, their money, their energies to perfecting flying skills, basically teaching themselves how to fly. And what an incredible experience that was. And how did it turn out? Well, in 1917, when the United States entered the war, we didn't really have a robust air capability. So these young men were the first Americans to deploy to Europe as naval aviators. And of course, that's really the birth of naval aviation, as I mentioned. So imagine these young men sacrificing so much in defense of their country. And Mr. Ireland himself was a very talented pilot, and many of the unit's members not only deployed to Europe, but some were retained in the United States to train other naval aviators, and that's what Mr. Ireland did. So I hope you enjoyed that snapshot as we look at some of the tremendous contributions of Hanna family members with the major events of American history. And I hope to see you soon at Pebble Hill. Thank you.